Hello everybody, my name is Smokey LaRue and welcome back to another heroic Blackrock Mountain video. Today we are going to be going up against Vaelastrasz the Corrupt, who is the second boss from Wing 4. Now, how does this guy play? Like a mill druid, or a mill rogue, or any mill deck for that matter, because his hero power is 0 mana and it is draw 3 cards essentially. So he's going to cast it at the start of his turns. And so, for this reason, you have to craft a very specific deck for it. And so a lot of people, I believe, tried Rogue. I went with Druid. And this is for 2 reasons. Number 1, Naturalize is a staple card for this encounter, because Naturalize accomplishes 2 things. Number 1, it gets rid of his Clockwork Giants, which he does run in his deck. He runs 2 or 3, and he will try and gang up the Clockwork Giants to use them later. And what the Naturalize will do is will destroy the Clockwork Giant, and hopefully it'll mill him back, because we're going to both be drawing through our decks very quickly. The Naturalize, of course, makes him draw 2 cards. There, you can see there, the gang up on the Clockwork Giant, as described. Hopefully, if we mill him enough, he's going to destroy them by drawing them when he's got a full hand. So that's what the Naturalize does. Number 2 is the Savage Roar. Now this is going to be your win condition, because the strategy for this boss is to fill up your board whilst trying to keep his board as clean as possible, of course. I mean, we do have a lot of synergies here. The only 2 cards that are really important for you to have are the Savage Roars and the Naturalizers. I mean, the synergies that we have in this deck are the Undertaker with things like Zombie Chow, Haunted Creeper, Nerubian Egg, and Clockwork Gnomes. We have Leper Gnomes in here as well. Apart from that, it's going to be 1-drops. So we got a Stone Tusk Boar in here. Something you don't see very often, is it? Young Dragon Hawks, Young Priestess as well. A couple of Abusive Sergeants. We need to remove something on his board as well. We have a Mark of the World in here, and we have 2 Power of the Worlds, probably for buffing up our deck. And you can see here I have a massive side on my board, and I'm just focusing on clearing his board and then hitting him in the face. Now we are looking for that second Savage Roar, but we haven't pulled it yet, of course. We're just drawing. I mean, he's helpless, of course, draws through the deck, and he is burning through his cards as well. Now these Twilight Drakes are a massive pain. I think I used a Naturalize on one of them. So at the same time, we are just biding time, waiting for our second Savage Roar, and then we can make sure that our board's nicely filled up, and then we will double Savage Roar for the win. Now this encounter, it is pretty quick, but you do have to be fairly lucky, like any of the Blackrock Mountain boss fights, because I had quite a bit of trouble with him initially, because I did try Rogue before and I didn't have any luck with it. And then the first few encounters against this guy, excuse me, I did actually die quite early on, because he would get a double Clockwork Giant out, and then he would pull a Twilight Drake, and I just didn't have the answers for it. My Naturalize wouldn't draw, or I wouldn't have a Mark of the World to try and taunt up a minion. I just wasn't getting anywhere. But fortunately for this encounter, he did seem to play a little weird. And there's the Savage Roar. Buff you up on minions for the win. Okay guys, so that was an example of how to play this boss and get a victory. Okay guys, so I hope you enjoyed. Please be sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and leave a like if you enjoyed the video. So the next boss will be up very shortly, probably tomorrow, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.